Today we're going to talk about using visual supports to manage challenging student behavior. Visual supports are a visual strategy to help students manage and navigate the environment. They include concrete items, pictures, symbols or printed words, and/or a combination of all of the above. The goal of visual supports is to improve an individual's ability to maintain attention, understand and process spoken language, and sequence and organize their environment. Visual supports are an evidence-based strategy for individuals with autism spectrum disorder, ADD and ADHD, auditory processing disorders, cognitive disabilities, and developmental disabilities. Visual supports promote independence by reducing the level of prompt using the prompt hierarchy. Visual supports are also part of everyone's communication and navigation system. As adults, we respond to visual supports every day. Think of stoplights or channels on our remotes and TVs. These are visual supports that we use to navigate our environments. Visual supports make abstract information more concrete, particularly for learners who have a difficult time with higher level thinking. Visual supports provide clarity and reduce student anxiety around changes or unexpected events. In addition, visual supports can help learners express their thoughts and feelings. They've been shown to increase focus and, for the purpose of this presentation, decrease behavioral issues by prompting communication. We can use visual supports to prompt students to complete tasks, initiate routines, provide a social response, or follow a rule. Effective visual supports are explicitly taught to the student or students who will be using them. They are easily understood, quiet, quick, portable, and individualized and differentiated based on the student's age, cognitive ability, strengths, and preferences for reinforcement. There are a few different types of visual supports that we often see utilized in classrooms to manage student behavior. We'll take time today to talk through how each of those look and share some examples. We often see visual schedules used. Visual schedules provide a visual representation of what is going to happen. Visual schedules may outline a student's entire day, or they might be broken into subschedules for specific activities or subject areas. For example, a subschedule for math may include check-in, IXL, Math Station 1, Math Station 2, worksheet, exit slip. Visual schedules are shown to decrease anxiety by helping students anticipate what's next. They also include preferred and less preferred activities with a sequence of events in order. Visual schedules should be modified to meet the student's developmental, cognitive, and age level. Some students may use a visual object schedule, where parts of the day are represented through actual objects instead of words or pictures. Older students may use a visual schedule that's on their phone or tablet, or that includes written text only. Another example of a visual support to manage and respond to problem behavior is a first then. A first then includes a visual representation of something that is highly preferred by the student and that he or she will have access to after completing a task. The purpose of a first then is to motivate a student to follow directions, complete a less preferred task, or learn a new skill. As you're working through a first then, remember that your then always needs to be reinforcing for the student. First spelling, then math is not going to be effective. First spelling, then playground is going to be more effective, as the student will be motivated to complete spelling, knowing that completion of the work allows access to the playground. Another visual strategy we use to manage behavior is called task analysis. In a task analysis, we break complex tasks down into simple steps. This helps students manage anxiety, keeps them from getting overwhelmed, and can manage frustration and increase frustration tolerance. This is specifically used when students are asked to follow multi-step directions, or when we're trying to build their level of independence in new skills or increase self-monitoring. Some examples of a task analysis may be a social situation like inviting a friend to play, washing hands, or completing a multi-step assignment. Task analysis can be used for transitions or transitions between classes for students that are older. Visual reinforcement systems are a common use of visual supports. In a visual reinforcement system, we're using contingent attention where a reward is linked directly to a positive behavior. The visual reinforcement system is based on student strengths and interest, it's age appropriate, it's immediate, and it's both specific and descriptive. In this example, we tell the student exactly what pro-social behavior we want them to demonstrate: staying safe, doing their work, and using their words. The student is able to earn access to a preferred item or activity for demonstrating these behaviors on a token economy system. Visual parameters provide students with boundaries around items or activities. This might include physical boundaries, an amount of time, a length of time, or availability. Sometimes visual parameters communicate expected social behaviors or unspoken social rules, like waiting or turn taking. In the classroom environment, we can use space dividers to provide structure as a tool to manage behavior. Space dividers allow for clearly defined workspaces with visual boundaries. They structure the classroom and help students independently navigate the classroom environment. They may also provide social cues, for example, group learning, independent work, or personal space. Checklists are another example of a subschedule specifically for older students. They represent visually a routine or procedure. With a checklist, we ask students to self-monitor. So these are typically more appropriate for older students or students that are more independent. In addition to behavior, this supports students with executive functioning deficits. It increases independence and allows them to organize without a high degree of adult support or verbal prompt. A visual countdown signals when an activity will start and finish. It provides one-to-one correspondence with a clear start and end point, so students can see where they are at in a given task. Numbers are listed in a descending order and are crossed off, erased, removed, or flipped down as individual tasks are completed. The length of time for each number on a visual countdown can vary. However, each number should correspond with one task. Visual countdowns are typically used for less preferred tasks, demands, or activities. The final visual support that can be used to manage and respond to problem behavior is social stories. Social stories describe a context, skill, achievement, or concept according to defining criteria. They are descriptive, they are patient and supportive, and they help students learn about invisible social rules that may make navigating specific environments challenging.
Does that work?